Hey everybody, back in Proverbs chapter 16 today. We're going to look at verse 3. Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established. Real simple. Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established. We spend our days working. And I'm not just talking about employment. I'm talking about our families. I'm talking about our hobbies. I'm talking about doing things around the house to make sure that they're kept up. I'm talking about school. All the things that we do, that constitutes our work. And very often we start out with grand plans and grand designs, only to watch them fall to pieces. And so we wonder, how can my work be established? How will it last forever? How will it matter? How will it do well for me? Well, Solomon tells us, commit your work to the Lord. Now, right away, this does some incredible things, because we know that God is not just going to bless any wicked thing that we do as long as we say, well, I prayed, so God has to bless it. To commit something to the Lord, you have to first of all look at, is this something that God would approve of? Is what I'm about to do, pursuing this relationship, going after this job, making this move at the church, are these things that God will approve of? And if they're not, you can't bring it to the Lord, because God will not accept that from your hand. And that tells us right away that we need to focus on work that is going to last and that is going to matter at the day of the judgment seat of Christ. So, number one, you have to look out and say, is this something God will approve of? Number two, are you willing to do it heartily as unto the Lord? Are you willing to do it God's way? You know, it might be a good goal, but if you're not willing to do it God's way, why do you think that God is going to bless that? You know, Saul, for example, went about winning battles for Israel, but he did them in impetuousness and impulsiveness and making rash vows and not knowing the voice of the Lord, disobeying God's commandments, so he lost the kingdom. So you're going about a relationship, and we want to get married, we want to do it right, but you're sinful, and you're engaging in fornication and all that, then why would God bless that? If you're going to try to build your church through your business acumen and through manipulating people and pushing people around and asserting your strength, God's not going to bless that. God's not going to bless anything that you do if you're not doing it His way. So committing your work to the Lord also means committing that you are going to work God's way. And then when you work according to God's will, pursuing a goal that God would approve of, you can trust that that work is going to be established. And you can then take steps of faith to trust that I have given this to the Lord. I have prayed about it. I've not done a thing in this endeavor, we'll say, that I would not be willing to do with Jesus sitting right next to me. You can rest assured that that work is going to be established. All these New Year's resolutions that you have, all of these thoughts that you have for your business or for your family or for whatever it is, commit that unto the Lord. Give it to God and say, God, I'm going to give you a piece of this. In fact, I'm going to give it all to you. May it be done for your glory. And what you will find as you go, God will shape that. He will move that. He will remove unworthy motivations. And sometimes He will let things fall because that's not what He wanted to establish. He has something better and more glorious for you. Commit your work unto the Lord. Is it something that God would approve of? Am I doing it God's way? And then just walk it out and trust that Jesus is going to take care of the rest. God bless you all.